Hey there, crafty friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is officially episode number 3. It's also a really important episode, so this is one that you definitely need to watch. Those of you just chiming in, remember this is a series. We are already in episode number 3. If you start watching now, you might get just a little bit confused because everything kind of goes in order and there's a lot of terminology or little comments that I'll make that probably just won't make sense to you. So I highly suggest for you to pause right here and go back from the trailer, watch the whole episode 1, watch episode 2. I know episode 2 was a little lengthy, but trust me, it was really worth it. Alrighty, I have so many good tips and tricks to share with you guys. Everything when it comes to making sales on Etsy and everything about pricing. There's a lot that comes into making sales on Etsy. It's not just uploading a listing, putting a price, and then praying that you get sales. It doesn't work this way. I'm going to break down everything for you when it comes to profits, when it comes to taxes. Episode 3, it is all about money. I have to teach you how to make sales because opening an Etsy shop with no sales kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? We all want to be successful and have plenty of sales, really be able to feel that profit. So let's get right into it. Buckle down, get a snack, get your favorite drink because it is time to learn and it's time to talk all about money when it comes to Etsy. Let's go. The first thing we need to talk about is everything when it comes to cost and profit. How much financially does it really take for you to make what you're selling on Etsy? And is your pricing even correct? Are you even really getting some profit out of this? Okay, the first thing that we have to do is do the calculations of how much it takes to really do your product. For today's example, I'm going to use like an original Libby glass cup with some vinyl on it. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown right here. So this is everything when it comes to the glass cup, the permanent vinyl that we're using, the shipping box, the stickers, the packing label, the thermal printer, everything has to go into play. Do not leave anything behind because if you start ignoring certain things like even your shipping costs, even your boxes, even your tissue paper, and those small things add up, and then that's why you're not feeling your profit. So right now is a great time to get out that piece of paper and pen that we've been working on since episode 1 and write down every single thing that involves your project, and I want you to write how expensive each part of it. Alrighty, so now that we have all of our costs written down, now we have to see how much we are going to make depending on the price that we're going to sell our product. If all of your costs add up to, like, for example, $11, you cannot sell your product for $13. Those $2, you're not going to feel it between the fees, the taxes. Do not be scared to put up those prices a little bit. I promise you, if somebody likes your cup, if somebody likes your product that you're selling, they're going to buy it. But keep on watching because I'm going to be teaching you how to really grab those customers from just looking customers to actually putting it in the cart and actually finishing their transaction. Market research on Etsy is also another thing that I used to do all the time as well. Pretty much means is that we got to look around and see other people who are selling similar things to us. What are they selling it for? How much? I never want you guys to compare your shop to others, but it kind of gives you like a starting point, right? Of exactly how much that you think you should or you shouldn't sell your products for. Now, just because, I don't know, Jessica sells her cups for $5, that does not mean that you are going to sell your cups for $5 because I'm going to teach you a little trick that a lot of Etsy shops do. When you first see their actual listing, it looks like the product is just $5, but when you start like adding it to cart, choosing your color, choosing your cup, it starts getting really more expensive or like the true price, right? That is what I like to call fish and baiting. A lot of really popular Etsy shop stores love to do this. Kind of like bamboozles the customer and they're like, oh my God, this is so cheap. I know this sounds kind of harsh, but this is a reality of what it is to sell things, right? And retail. They love the product. They love the listing. They're getting super excited about it. They're putting it to their cart, but then they start noticing, oh my God, it's a 16 ounce, so now it's $15. Okay. And then right at that moment is that 50 and 50. 50% of the customers are going to continue to buy. That's it. Mentally, they want that cup. They envision the cup with them. They want it right now. And the other 50% are probably just going to like be like, oh, no, never mind, and keep on looking. So when I tell you, have all of your faith in that positive 50% of customers. Now, this ties hand in hand when it comes to discounts, when it comes to flash sales, when it comes to low stock items. All of this comes hand in hand. This is all prepared by the Etsy store owner. This is not something that's done automatic. I teach you guys step by step of how to make those sales and my tactic of how to really kind of like push my customers to add that to the cart. At the end of the day, all of our end goal here is for our customers to put that product in their cart and to finish their transaction. This is a great time to pull out your laptop or your tablet or your computer and make sure that you're watching me while I teach you this whole process and make sure that you're following along very carefully. Alrighty guys, so here we are on our Etsy homepage. Now the tabs here to your left hand side, these are all tools for you, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and go into marketing and sales and discounts. I'm not gonna look to the left because I don't want to do like giving offers. I want to run a sale. Let me give you guys a little tip while I show you how to fill this out. I want you to always run short sales. Listen to me. I learned the hard way, okay? Short sales makes customers feel more impulsed and more pressured to not only putting that item in their cart, but also finishing their transaction, okay? If I know that I really want something and the sale's gonna end within 24 hours or 7 hours or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna buy it because I don't wanna miss out on the sale. So a little tip that I like to do, Fridays is a very universal payday for many people, right? So I love to run really quick sales, like 3 days, 2 days. So maybe from Wednesday to Friday, and then Saturday to Sunday, then Monday to Wednesday. I know it seems kind of annoying, but it's doing two things for you. It's keeping your Etsy account very active, and Etsy loves that. And it's also, again, putting that pressure on, you know? So I highly suggested this. Always worked out for me big time. Now, I was exploring here under this marketing tab. They have so many other things here. Everything here is customizable. You don't have to run sales. You don't have to do all of these little things, but use this as a tool, especially for those of you who are not using social media, okay? Look, I love using these, the thank you and the abandoned cart. Just give your customers a little 10%, and sometimes they don't even end up using it. It's just that Etsy, if you put these two things on, Etsy will automatically always send an email to your customer if they have something of yours from your shop in their cart and they just haven't checked out. I mean, let's all be real here. It happens to me all the time. If you guys check my Amazon cart right now, I have probably like $200 worth of things in there. And it's not because I don't want to buy it. It's because I'm shopping around and I haven't sat down and really made up my mind, right? So it's something common that we all go through in any part of retail or any type of like shopping in general. So I did notice something different that I didn't see before in my first Etsy shop, is that now they have all these social media things. Well, this share and save, I used to use this all the time. So they're just pretty much telling you that they love direct traffic to your page, like I was telling you guys earlier, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more later on. So they're just giving you your own little link, right, that goes straight to your Etsy shop, and you could put that in your link in your bio for all your social media platforms, like your Instagram, your link trees, your TikToks, wherever you post on Facebook. Always share that link, because that's how Etsy's tracking how many people are actually going into your Etsy shop through direct traffic. It's not through Etsy ads or Etsy browsing, okay? This thing right here, this social media tab, did interest me because I know this is fairly new. So apparently I see that Etsy's trying to merge into all the social medias. I think this is going to be a really good thing. I would actually love that Etsy would merge into Instagram. I feel like that would make so much sense. So I'm going to dive into this and I'll definitely let you guys know. I need you all to realize that we are all the same. We all go shopping. We all go see things that we really, really want. And sometimes just because it has a little ticket that says 30% off or 20% off, you automatically think, oh my God, this is such a good deal. I have to jump on this and I might as well get it now because maybe a week from now it's going to be full price or it won't be on sale again. We all have that same mentality, the same way that the retail store do it, or even like your local Publix or Walgreens or places like that. You could do it in your Etsy shop too. This is all psychological as well. Remember, we are an online shop. We are not like a big brand store like Macy's that our customers could just walk in and look at our stuff and fall in love with just looking at it and holding it. That's not our case. So we really, really got to fish those customers. We really got to make sure that our Etsy shops is very active, very engaging, lots of sales, lots of quick flash sales, lots of low stocks to keep all of them. Remember that Etsy is also very good at sending out out emails and notifications to all of the potential customers. So if your customer has your product in their cart, Etsy is always going to send them like some type of offers or some type of push email to remind them that they still have things in their cart. We really need to take advantage of that. Now, another make it or break it for your Etsy shop is going to be your listing. Remember in episode 2 how we were filling out first listing together and I was being so extra and putting all of the tags and making sure that the description said everything correctly and making sure I had all the sizes for my shirts. You guys have to be so specific in your Etsy listings, okay? Etsy is a monster when it comes to SEO, and SEO is just pretty much like verbiage and things that we write in listings that help tie into what our customers are typing in and searching for. For example, in episode 2, I taught you guys a huge tip when it comes to even just your Etsy listing name. That name is everything. That's one of the most important parts of your whole Etsy listing. That same energy that we did in episode 2. If you haven't seen that, please go back to episode 2 and watch that. But all of that is SEO. You are literally reeling in your customer from the search bar. Let's say like in my other Etsy account, how I sell graduation cups, right? My customer is not going to type in color changing Libby glass graduation 2025. No, the customers don't know nothing about that. All they're going to type is graduation gift for grandson or graduation gift for son or trendy graduation gift. So you guys need to type and do your listings as if you are the customer looking for your cup. SEO is all about what you type into that listing. You guys have to make sure that your listings are top tier, full of words. The tags are so important. I want you guys to use up, if I'm not mistaken, Etsy only allows you to do 13 tags. Don't go in there and only put 2 tags. Use the whole 13. Use all the tools that Etsy gives you, because I promise you that they built that in for a reason. It's not just there to hang out. It's truly there to help our listing go on page 1 for our potential customers. Remember, Etsy gets a cut out of all of our sales. So Etsy wants you to make those sales. Trust me. You as a shop owner just have to help Etsy find out which customers are for your shop and how to put you on that first page. Now, I know a lot of you are not going to want to hear this from me, but I will say that social media is a huge tool in this whole process as well. It's not like a make or break it. It's not like if you don't use social media, you're never going to make sales. I'm not saying that, but I will tell you, it'll happen a little bit sooner, if that makes sense. You'd be surprised with just a TikTok channel or even just an Instagram channel, nothing crazy formal, but just having something, posting something daily of your different cups or what you offer and directing everybody link to my Etsy shop in bio or DM me if you want a custom order. I'll send you my Etsy link for my shop. Etsy loves when they have direct traffic going into Etsy shops. It happened to me back in 2022 and one of my cups went viral. I had obviously went viral on TikTok. Back then I had TikTok shop, but a lot of people still to this day aren't comfortable buying too much on TikTok shop. So what I did is I played it real smart and I put my Etsy shop link on my bio. In every description and in every chance that I had in any video, I will always let people know you could buy it here on TikTok shop, but I also have an Etsy shop as well, link in bio. It's like you're holding their hand and telling them, hey, if you really want this, go over here. It's literally just one click away for them. Social media really helped me out. And actually, even though I sold so many thousands and thousands of that one exact cup design, I had more sales on Etsy than what I did on TikTok shop, which is still insane to me. But let me tell you why. I said earlier, Etsy loves direct traffic, right? So I guess the Etsy algorithm, they saw that people were going directly to my shop so much within month after month and week after week that they automatically put my listing on page 1. If I'm not mistaken, I should still have the screenshot. I think my mom took it, but she saw my graduation cup on the first page for graduation gifts for 2023, I think it was, or 2022. My listing was literally like first page, the third one. It was insane. And never did I ever, listen to me well, never did I ever pay an Etsy ad. I do not believe in Etsy ads. I am not going to pay extra money just for me to get views pretty much. And sometimes it doesn't even generate sales. It's already paying enough fees as it is. We are not going to pay extra fees. I'm sorry. Alrighty guys, I know this one was super short and sweet, but I will tell you that this video is something that you should rewatch a couple of times if you have to, or throughout this whole journey of us creating our new Etsy shop. Sometimes we tend to forget these little things. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you guys understood well. Please let me know in the comments if you have any extra questions that maybe I didn't cover, because I could definitely do like a spin-off to this episode. So please let me know in the comments exactly what you thought of this whole video, your feedback. What have you gone through? Are you excited? Like, what's going on? Give me some check-ins. And episode 4 is going to be mind-blowing. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I love you guys. Tomorrow's my birthday. Please make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you have your notification bell on as well. And definitely make sure to check out the links below that I have for you. I'll see you guys very soon. Love you all.